Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something about the undeniable truth of your value. Sometimes the world will overlook it. Sometimes people will take you for granted, mistaking your kindness for weakness, your loyalty for something they're entitled to. And when that happens, it can feel like a punch to the gut, a reminder of how cruel life can be. But let me tell you this, it's not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of theirs. You see, when you show up for people, when you pour love, time, and effort into someone's life, you are offering them something rare, something they may never fully understand until it's gone. People rarely recognize the depth of a well until it runs dry. But the loss? Oh, the loss will hit them like a freight train when they realize that the consistency, the care, the spark you brought to their lives is no longer there. And in that moment, they will regret losing you. But don't live for their regret. Don't stay stuck in the shadow of what they failed to appreciate. Because you, my friend, are not the sum of someone else's recognition. Your value doesn't diminish because someone was too blind to see it. You were made for more than waiting for people to understand your worth. You were made for greatness, for impact, for standing tall, even when others walk away. Here's the truth, not everyone can handle your light. Some people are so used to living in the dark that they can't embrace something as bright and real as you. And that's okay. Let them go. Let them walk away if they must. Because every step you take without them is a step towards something better. Toward people who will treasure you, who will match your energy, who will make you feel seen and heard in ways you never imagined. Don't waste your time waiting for apologies that may never come or for people to change their minds. Instead, invest in yourself. Build something so remarkable that when they finally wake up and see what they lost, they'll have no choice but to sit with the pain of knowing they can't get it back. And that's not revenge, that's evolution. That's you stepping into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. Remember, it's not your job to prove your worth. Just live it. Let your success, your joy, your peace, and your light be the loudest response. Let them regret losing you, not because you want them to hurt, but because it's a testament to just how extraordinary you are. Keep moving forward. Keep shining. They will regret losing you, but by the time they do, you'll be so far ahead they won't even be able to reach you. Your value is not something that can be given or taken by someone else. It is intrinsic, woven into the very fabric of who you are. Yet too often people tie their sense of worth to how others perceive them. They mistake validation for value as if someone's recognition or lack thereof determines their significance. But the truth is, whether someone acknowledges your brilliance, your kindness, or your strength, those qualities remain. They are part of you, and they do not fade because someone failed to see them. Think about the sun. It shines brightly every day, regardless of whether the sky is clear or overcast. The clouds might hide its light temporarily, but the sun doesn't stop being the sun. It doesn't cease to burn with power and purpose just because the world isn't basking in its glow. That's you. You are like the sun. Your worth, your gifts, your unique presence, they shine whether others notice or not. What others fail to appreciate says nothing about you and everything about them. Some people are so caught up in their own world, their own insecurities, or their own blindness that they can't recognize the treasure standing right in front of them. That's not your fault. It's not your responsibility to shake them awake or prove your value to them. Your job is to know your worth so deeply that no amount of neglect or rejection can shake it. The challenge comes when we start to internalize the way others treat us. When someone undervalues you, it's easy to wonder if maybe they see something you don't. If maybe you're not as great as you believed. Don't fall into that trap. Their inability to see your greatness is their limitation, not yours. It's like handing someone a diamond, and they treat it like a piece of glass. That doesn't make the diamond any less valuable. It simply means they don't know what they're holding. Your value is not a negotiation. It doesn't fluctuate based on circumstances or opinions. It's constant, unchanging, and powerful. When you begin to understand this, you'll stop looking for external validation and start living from a place of inner confidence. That's when life truly begins to change. You'll notice that when you honor your worth, you attract people and opportunities that honor it too. The energy you give out becomes a reflection of the energy you receive. It's not arrogance to believe in your value, it's truth. You were created with purpose, with talents and qualities that are uniquely yours. To diminish your worth because someone else can't see it is to deny the very essence of who you are. Stand tall in the knowledge that you are enough as you are. Your value doesn't need an audience or applause. It simply is, and that is more than enough. Loss has a way of sharpening perspective. Often people don't fully realize the weight of someone's presence until that presence is gone. It's human nature to take for granted what feels constant, to assume that something or someone will always be there. But when that assumption is shattered, when the person who brought light, stability, or joy is no longer in the picture, the void left behind is undeniable. It's in that void that regret begins to take root. When someone loses you, they are not just losing a person. They're losing the experiences, the moments, and the energy you brought into their life. They may not have noticed the subtle ways you made their days brighter or how you were always there to support them in the background. But as those small but powerful contributions disappear, the absence becomes impossible to ignore. Every gap in their life becomes a reminder of what they lost. And regret, unlike any other emotion, has a way of growing with time, feeding on the realization of missed opportunities and unappreciated moments. The irony is that the regret often doesn't come immediately. It sneaks up on people sometimes long after the loss. At first, they might convince themselves that your absence doesn't matter or that they can replace what you brought to their life. But time has a way of exposing the truth. They begin to see that the void you left isn't something just anyone can fill. Your unique qualities, your kindness, your love, your loyalty aren't commodities that can be easily replaced. They were yours alone, and without them, the world feels a little less complete for them. Regret is powerful because it forces people to confront their own mistakes. When someone loses you and begins to regret it, they're not just mourning your absence, they're mourning the version of themselves that didn't appreciate you when they had the chance. They replay conversations, actions, or decisions in their mind, wondering what they could have done differently. And the hardest part for them is realizing that some things can't be undone. Regret doesn't come with a rewind button, it comes with the weight of knowing they had something special and let it slip through their fingers. But let me tell you this, their regret is not your burden to carry. Their loss is not your responsibility to fix. The regret they feel is the natural consequence of their choices. It's their realization of the gift they had in you and how they failed to honor it. This process isn't about you diminishing your value or questioning your worth. It's about them finally waking up to what they should have seen all along. Loss forces people to face truths they were too blind or stubborn to see. And while they grapple with the regret of losing you, you continue forward stronger and more certain of the light you bring to the world. Because their failure to see your worth doesn't make it any less real, it only makes their regret that much deeper. When someone fails to appreciate your worth, it's easy to get caught up in the idea that their regret will bring validation. You may find yourself waiting for the moment when they realize their mistake, thinking that their acknowledgement will somehow heal the hurt they caused. But living for someone else's regret is like building a house on shifting sand. It's unstable, unsustainable, and ultimately it keeps you stuck. The truth is, their inability to see your value is not your burden to bear, and waiting for their remorse only delays your growth. The need for validation from someone who underestimated or mistreated you often stems from a desire to prove something to show them that they were wrong about you. It's natural to want justice for the pain they caused, to hope that their regret will bring some form of closure. But closure isn't something they can give you. Closure comes from within, from recognizing your own worth and choosing to move forward, regardless of their opinion or realization. Living for someone else's regret puts your life on pause. It ties your happiness and progress to their timeline, their awakening. But what if that moment never comes? What if they never have the insight to recognize what they lost? Does that mean your value is diminished? Absolutely not. Their recognition or lack of it has no bearing on who you are. You are not defined by their ability to appreciate you, and you don't need their regret to validate your experience. The energy you spend hoping for their realization is energy you could be using to invest in yourself. Every moment spent replaying what went wrong or imagining how they might feel in the future is a moment stolen from your own growth, joy, and peace. You deserve better than to live in the shadow of someone else's choices. You deserve to focus on your own path, to create a life so fulfilling and vibrant that their regret becomes irrelevant. When you let go of the need for their remorse, you reclaim your power. You shift the focus back to yourself and your journey. You begin to understand that your worth is not contingent on their understanding of it. It simply exists steady, strong, and undeniable. This is the ultimate freedom, knowing that you don't need anyone's regret, apology, or recognition to validate your place in the world. Their regret, if it comes, is theirs to deal with. It's not your job to wait for it or to let it dictate how you move forward. The best thing you can do is focus on your growth, on becoming the best version of yourself, and on surrounding yourself with people who see and appreciate your worth without needing to lose you first. By letting go of the need for their regret, you liberate yourself to live fully, authentically, and unapologetically. Their failure to see your value is not your story. Your story is about rising, thriving, and shining in spite of it. Letting go of what doesn't serve you is one of the most empowering and transformative decisions you can make. It's not easy. It requires strength to release the things and sometimes the people that have been a part of your life. But not everything or everyone is meant to stay. And not everyone is capable of appreciating or matching your energy. Recognizing this isn't a sign of weakness or failure, it's a testament to your growth and your ability to prioritize what truly matters. Not everyone can handle your light. That's a hard truth to accept. You may bring love, care, and unwavering loyalty to someone, only to find that they take it for granted or fail to give it back. It can feel unfair, even cruel, when you realize that some people are simply not equipped to value what you bring to the table. But their inability to meet you where you are doesn't diminish your worth. It merely reveals their limitations. Holding on to something that doesn't serve you, whether it's a relationship, a job, or even a mindset, creates a cycle of frustration and self-doubt. You find yourself constantly giving without receiving, constantly bending without being met halfway. Over time, this imbalance erodes your energy and self-esteem. It keeps you anchored in a place where you are not fully appreciated, not fully seen. And life is too short, too precious to spend it in spaces that do not honor who you are. Letting go doesn't mean you didn't care or that the time you invested wasn't real. It doesn't erase the love you gave or the moments you shared. Letting go simply means recognizing when something has run its course and choosing to move forward rather than staying stuck. It's an act of self-respect. It's saying, I deserve more than this. I deserve to be in places and with people who value me as I am. It's important to understand that letting go is not about bitterness or revenge. It's not about proving a point or hoping to teach someone a lesson. It's about reclaiming your time, your energy, and your peace. It's about creating space for the things and people who will truly add to your life. When you let go of what doesn't serve you, you open the door for what does. You allow room for relationships that uplift you, for opportunities that challenge and inspire you, and for a sense of self that is grounded in confidence and clarity. The act of letting go can feel like a loss at first, but over time it reveals itself to be a gain. You gain freedom, self-awareness, and a deeper understanding of what you truly deserve. You begin to see that letting go isn't an end, it's a beginning. It's the start of a new chapter, one where you are no longer weighed down by things that hold you back. By releasing what doesn't serve you, you take a powerful step toward living a life that aligns with your highest self. Investing in yourself is one of the most profound and rewarding commitments you can make. It's a declaration that your growth, happiness, and fulfillment are worth prioritizing. Often, people give so much of themselves to others' time, energy, love that they neglect the one relationship that shapes every other aspect of life, the relationship with themselves. When you begin to invest in yourself, you shift your focus back to where it belongs to start building a foundation for a life that reflects your true worth. Investing in yourself doesn't mean becoming selfish or shutting others out. It means recognizing that your well-being is essential and that pouring into your own cup allows you to give to others from a place of abundance, not depletion. It's about acknowledging that you are worthy of the time, effort, and resources you so willingly give to others. When you choose to invest in yourself, you send a powerful message to yourself and the world that you matter. The first step in this investment is self-awareness. Take the time to reflect on who you are, what you want, and what you need. What are your goals? What lights you up inside? What areas of your life feel stagnant or unfulfilled? By identifying these things, you create a roadmap for where to direct your energy. Self-investment is not a one-size-fits-all journey. It's deeply personal, shaped by your unique dreams and aspirations. One of the most valuable ways to invest in yourself is through learning and growth. Expand your knowledge, develop new skills, and embrace opportunities that challenge you. Whether it's pursuing a passion, taking a class, or simply dedicating time to reading and self-education, every step you take toward growth enriches your life. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Each effort you make to grow builds confidence and broadens your horizons. Another critical aspect of self-investment is nurturing your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Prioritize your health by eating well, staying active, and getting enough rest. Take time to care for your mental health by practicing mindfulness, seeking support when needed, and setting boundaries that protect your peace. Emotional self-care is equally vital. Acknowledge your feelings, celebrate your victories, and allow yourself grace in moments of struggle. These practices create a strong foundation for everything else in your life. As you invest in yourself, you'll notice a powerful shift. You'll attract people and opportunities that align with your newfound sense of self-worth. The more you honor your needs and priorities, the more others will respect them. Your life will begin to reflect the energy you're putting into yourself, an energy of growth, empowerment, and self-love. Finally, remember that self-investment is an ongoing process. It's not something you do once and forget about. It's a lifelong commitment. By consistently choosing to prioritize your growth and well-being, you create a life that is fulfilling, meaningful, and uniquely yours. This is the ultimate gift you can give yourself, the chance to fully embrace and celebrate the extraordinary person you are becoming. Success is one of the most powerful responses to those who underestimated or undervalued you. It doesn't require words, explanations, or any effort to prove yourself. It speaks volumes all on its own. When you focus on building a life that fulfills and empowers you, your achievements and peace become undeniable proof of your resilience, strength, and worth. Success, in its truest form, is not about seeking revenge or trying to make others regret their choices. It's about rising above the pain, thriving despite the challenges, and creating a life that aligns with your highest potential. True success starts with defining what it means to you. It's easy to get caught up in societal standards, titles, wealth, or material possessions, but those external markers don't necessarily equate to fulfillment. Real success is deeply personal. It's about living in a way that feels authentic, achieving goals that matter to you, and cultivating a sense of peace and purpose. When you focus on your own definition of success, you stop trying to fit into molds created by others and start building a life that truly reflects who you are. Your success doesn't have to be loud or flashy to be impactful. Sometimes the most powerful form of success is the quiet kind, the kind that speaks through your growth, your happiness, and your unwavering sense of self. It's the strength to move forward without bitterness, to let go of what no longer serves you, and to embrace the opportunities that lie ahead. When you thrive, it sends a message that you are unshaken by the doubts or rejections of others. It's a declaration that their inability to see your worth did not define you. Success also has a ripple effect. As you grow and achieve, it inspires others around you. People notice when someone rises from adversity, when they turn pain into purpose and setbacks into stepping stones. Your journey becomes a testament to the power of perseverance and self-belief. Even those who doubted you or took you for granted cannot ignore the undeniable proof of your success. It forces them to reckon with their own choices and the role they played in losing someone extraordinary. But perhaps the most profound impact of success is the peace it brings within. When you focus on your own journey and align your life with your goals and values, you stop seeking external validation. The noise of others' opinions fades into the background, replaced by the quiet confidence of knowing you are enough. This inner peace becomes the foundation for everything you achieve. It allows you to navigate challenges with grace and to celebrate victories with gratitude. The beauty of success lies in its authenticity. It's not about being better than anyone else, it's about being better than you were yesterday. When you choose to thrive despite the doubts, setbacks, or losses, you create a life so radiant that it becomes impossible to ignore. In doing so, you honor your worth and show the world and yourself just how powerful and resilient you truly are.